Namaste. So here at Sunshine Worldwide School, our primary focus is to help, or rather mentor learners to become responsible naturally. Now, when I say responsible, what do I mean by it? I think being responsible is, being accountable for what you do, uh, being able to acknowledge all the consequences for your own actions, or at least, contribute to the community and the people around you. And whatever task is given to you, to do it with a full dedication and try your level best. Whether you're successful in it or not does not matter. So how do you do this? So here in Sunshine Worldwide School, what we try to do is, we have no word called discipline in our dictionary. We talk about responsibility. Basically, as adults, I feel we just tell the children that you are not responsible, but are we giving them proper instructions? Are we giving them feedbacks? So once you give them clear instructions and feedbacks and tell them what has gone wrong and how you can do it better the next time, and maybe you can monitor them for some time, help them, definitely everybody is going to get that responsibility inculcated in oneself. We also make them, we don't train them, we mentor them to make a list, whether it's a mental list or a written list, so that they can actually know step by step what are the things they need to do to maintain a routine. But again, when I tell you about routine, you should be flexible too. Another thing, what elders generally make a mistake is that they don't understand that teens, there are changes in their brain, there are changes in their hormones. So might be most of the behavior that they show is not what they actually want to show. For this, we need to understand, we need to have conversation with the children. We need to put in our suggestions. And whenever we make some limitations or some rules for them, we should always involve them in it. So let us talk about what is our suggestion. Let the children also come up with their suggestions, and then we negotiate on something. At Sunshine, we also maintain one more thing, that is, we never ever negotiate with a child when the child is actually hissing up with anger or something. When a heated argument is happening, we never negotiate. We stick by our status, but later on, when both the parties are calm, might be we can talk to the child and we can even negotiate with that particular child. Still, all things which I would like to share here is, as adults, aren't we also responsible for most of the behavior that the children show? Because whenever a child is like a very pain frame, and whatever the child is doing or whatever the child's behavior is being shown, that is partly it is because of us also. We need to be role models, because children will never listen to you. They will always watch what you're doing. So if you can do role modeling for them, that will be the best education that you can give them. Children are also, if you look at the psychology of children, they like to, actually argue with you for certain things. And might be they also don't know, might be they're not understanding why they need to be responsible. So it is your duty to actually tell them what are the consequences if you do something which is not, a responsible behavior. So I think mostly if all these things are taken into account, and every elder member, whether it's an educator or a parent, if 80% of the time you are able to, in your voice, in your words, in your actions, if you are able to make them feel nice, definitely you can never go wrong. And children are definitely going to listen to you, and they're going to be more responsive. Discipline is something which, because of fear for you, they tend to do certain things. Is that real responsibility? I would say no. The moment your back is turned, they are going to do the same things again. The same mistakes will be repeated. But in sunshine, when we give them a chance to, think on, reflect on what was their action and tell them why it should not be done and what are the different things which will happen because of this particular action. And they internalize it, they understand what they are doing. I think this will stay with them forever. And lastly, but not the least, I take our philosophy also into this talk, telling you all that, unconditional love, that is the best thing that, with children, it really works. Because the children should be made to feel that they are loved. And even if some irresponsible behavior they have shown, it is the behavior that an educator or a parent hates. It's not the child. So with that feeling, I think we would have a lot of responsible citizens in future. And that is what we are actually focusing on. Thank you. Namaste.